Good day, everyone. Today I will be discussing the topic of evolving policy proposals within the framework of main stages of educational planning. So, educational planning is crucial for the continuous improvement of our educational system, and it sets the foundation for achieving national and global education goals. However, as the world changes rapidly, there are some policies must evolve to keep up with the new challenges and opportunities. So the term evolving policy proposals, it refers to the dynamic nature of a policy making in education. And it highlights how the policies need to be adaptable, also flexible and forward thinking to meet the needs of learners and also the educators and society. So in this reporting or in this topic, we will explore how these evolving policies play a role in each stage of educational planning. So there are six main stages for educational planning. First is the pre-planning stage. The second one is the goal setting and vision formation. The third one is the policy formulation. The third one is resource allocation. The fifth one is the implementation and monitoring. And lastly, the evaluation and feedback. So let's start with the first stage of educational planning. So we have pre-planning stage. So the first stage in educational planning is the pre-planning stage. This is where the need for a policy intervention is identified. So the policymakers begin by analyzing current educational trends and also the challenges, such as the digital divide, access to quality education, and inclusivity. So during this stage, there is an extensive research and data collection, which is carried out to ensure that the policies being proposed are relevant and impactful. So one example of evolving policies in this stage could be the growing focus on digital literacy due to the rise of online learning for example, during the pandemic. So these policies now need to include strategies to bridge the technology gap for unprivileged students. The second stage will be the goal setting and vision formation. Here, the goals for the education system are set based on societal needs and future trends. So, for instance, a national education system may aim to develop critical thinking skills or digital competencies to prepare the students for the 21st century workforce. So, evolving policy proposals come into play by adapting these goals as new issues arise, such as climate change climate change education or the increasing importance of STEM fields, such as the policy must be visionary, looking beyond immediate needs and addressing long-term educational goals. The third stage should be the policy formulation. So once the goals are established, we enter into the policy formulation stage. So this is where the expert and the stakeholders will come together to design a concrete policy proposals that address the identified issues. So evolving policies reflect a growing trend of inclusivity in education. So for example, as awareness about the mental health in students grows, the policies now often include provisions for mental health that will support in the schools. And also, the rise of technology in classrooms has led to new policies on digital citizenship and also the data privacy for the students. The fourth stage would be the resource allocation. So in the resource allocation stage, the focus shifts to determining how to fund and support the new policies. So the resource allocation involves decisions about budgeting, also the manpower, infrastructure, and materials. So as policies evolve, new models of funding may emerge. So for instance, there is an increasing trend towards the public-private partnerships to fund the large educational projects or using the global funding initiatives to support education in low-income countries. So this stage highlights the practical aspects of the policy evolution, in which ensuring that there are adequate resources to implement the new ideas. The next step is implementation and monitoring. So this is where the policy is put into action at various levels. So we have this national, regional, and local. So the schools, the teachers, and the administrators play a crucial role in ensuring that the policy is implemented effectively. So evolving policy proposals, it emphasizes the need for flexibility. So if the challenges arise during the implementation, such as resistance from stakeholders or unforeseen technological barriers, policy must be adaptable. So regular monitoring allows for quick adjustments to ensure that the desired outcomes are achieved. So for instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many policies were adjusted to accommodate remote learning. And finally, we arrive at the evaluation and feedback stage. So at this point, policymakers assess the effectiveness of the implemented policies. Key metrics such as students' performance, feedback, and overall system, it will improve or measure to evaluate the success of the policy. So evolving policy proposals are heavily reliant on feedback mechanisms. So by continuously evaluating and learning from the implementation, the policies can be updated to address any gaps or shortcomings. So this process of reflection and adjustment is essential for keeping policies relevant and effective in a rapidly changing educational landscape. So to conclude, evolving policy proposals are crucial in the main stages of educational planning. As society faces new challenges, whether technological, environmental, or socio-economic, our educational policies must also adapt. So by doing so, we ensure that our education systems remain responsive and forward-looking, in which preparing students for the challenges and opportunities of tomorrow. Thank you.